He's a little closer to my height, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some inspiration to see how he does it.
I
But
don't
I'm
think-
betting he's not gonna flash it.
You're betting I'm not going to... What are you betting?
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with
Whoa!
stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. So let it rain on
That's
your spine.
terrifying.
Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the man.
Hi, my name is Alex Puccio, and welcome to ROAP Coaching's YouTube channel. Today's episode is about how to get better faster and the secrets to success. One of the ways to get better faster is to work on your weaknesses. I like to use a 70-30 rule. 70% of the time, you should be picking out climbs that target your weaknesses, and 30 to 40% of the time, pick out climbs that target your strengths. So in the end, we're going to become a more well-rounded climber. This may seem really easy to do, but our egos gets in the way quite often. So I always tell people, if they want faster success, they need to check their ego in at the front door when they come in to train. So behind me, we have this red climb. It looks like a either jump or run or coordination move across the wall from right to left. And this is one of my biggest weaknesses, is something to do with coordination, jumping, if it's dyno, things that you have to like kind of be suspended in the air or with no hands on the wall for either a second or two. And one of the reasons why this is such a weakness of mine is because the mental aspect, because I'm afraid. So it's not really a strength or a lack of power, but it's more of my lack of confidence and all these negative thoughts that are going through my head before I even get on the climb. So here I'm gonna demonstrate, I haven't been on it yet, my first attempts on this red coordination climb. So I'm not even quite sure what the exact beta is yet, but I'm gonna give it a go and see what happens. All right, I touched the hold, which it's not a great flash attempt. And this is only like a V5 or 6. I think it's like, at the spot here, they have a spot grading system, and it's a 4 spot, so I think that means it's supposed to be like a V5. All right, we're building up the confidence here. I'm a little closer into the wall and getting a little bit closer to the hole that I'm supposed to end up at. The things that I think in my head that make me afraid or maybe are not completely irrational, but I'm still thinking of them, is what if my foot slips and I have a weird fall? Or if it's a volume sometimes, what if I slip off of it and I hit my face or my arm or something that goes through my mind that stops me from giving it 100%. Right now, the feet, I feel like, are pretty bad, so therefore I'm not wanting to trust them 100%, but the progression is every time I get a little bit better and a little bit closer, and I get a little bit more trust through my body, the holds, and everything. So hopefully I end up doing it. Oh, this is hard for me. So you've seen me try a few times from the beginning, but another thing that I like to do sometimes is either add another foothold, another handhold to mimic the same move to make it a little easier, or since this is like a run across and it's from the ground basically, is that I like to sometimes just run off the ground, like forget about the starting hold, but run off the ground and place my feet on the holds and kind of do the move as if it was just a run and jump versus flinging my body from the starting position. So this is what I'm talking about. So for me, that's the next step in the progression of, well, one, I'm too afraid to fully commit from the starting hold because maybe I don't know the exact body position or I'm scared of slipping off a foothold or something. So this is another way that I can still do the move and build up the confidence to then to be able to do it from the start. Now, the next process that I like to do is I'm gonna ask Robin to power spot me through it. Then I can really feel that comfort and really understand the exact body position. So Robin is gonna help me in a second to power spot me to do this move. But there's one other thing I wanna try before I have him power spot me is grabbing other holds that will help me still do the same type of movement, but in an easier way. So again, building up that confidence. So here I'm gonna grab these 2 pink holds. And in this move, I wanna hit the left foot, match the feet, and then go over to the one that's further. Ooh. Exactly what I'm a little bit afraid of, but then also taking the fall sometimes actually builds up the confidence to show you that the fall is not that bad. So even though I fell, everything felt pretty good except the right foot did slip, but that fall is also a confidence booster for me that's saying, hey, you're okay. So do you want to help me now power spot me? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to swing my foot back.
Yep.
Ooh. Better, still hard, but I'm getting better every single time. I think the problem with there was I didn't stare at my foot when I matched feet on the middle red one. And so my right foot was too close against the wall and it needs to be a little further down so I'm able to lean into the wall versus being parallel with the wall. Stare at the feet. Better, closer. Do you think this is the beta?
Fast. Don't be scared.
I'm just like
full confidence.
I just need to like watch my feet on this.
Jesus,
This is a 4 spot. Are you filming? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's all the good stuff.
Watch
Come
this
on.
feet.
Watch this. Best words in climbing. Watch this. Come on.
Oh my god, no, too far out.
You were so scared of that foot.
I am, and
What are you
it's
doing?
like not that bad. It's just getting in my head.
It is quite slippery.
So
Let's get
this is
rushed.
our friend Alex standing in for this Alex.
I'm like,
I kind of need some inspiration, and maybe he's shorter. So when Robin shows me how to do something his way, being 6'2" and 5'2", Alex, how tall are you?
5, 6.5.
Okay, I'm 5, almost 3. So he's a little closer to my height. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some inspiration to see how he does it.
I
But
don't
I'm
think-
betting he's not gonna flash it.
You're betting I'm not gonna what are you betting?
A coffee.
A coffee.
Coffee. Here, handshake. Okay.
I'll take that. It's 4 o'clock, I can't drink a coffee. But
All right. Pressure's on.
oh, it is quite scary. I'm gonna cheat.
I did.
Can I cheat? Is that okay?
You could cheat if you want to cheat. There's no cheating. It's just. Oh! You did it.
That was very sketchy.
Okay, you won this final.
I like the setup on here.
I owe him a coffee.
You owe me a coffee. I'm gonna
Wait,
keep that in
so
the bank.
You went fast.
So yeah, I think you have to go fast. I was
went
thinking you might be able to
fast.
go slow because this hold slopes out.
Yeah, it's not very good, is it?
Yeah, I think you need to stand on the top of it because you stand on the top of it. You have to
You
go
have to drop
quickly
your
so
heels.
you're like close to the wall.
Like drop your heels.
I didn't even think about dropping
You
my
went
heels.
like so fast that you had like, I'm trying to lean into this. You went like both hands across.
I like this. So this just pulls you around.
know,
I think
did
this is
that.
out of the
I
way.
did what you're doing there. It's like a full-on
So-
bunny hop. Okay.
So I think what you're struggling with is you're not getting enough out.
And I think I'm not going like across
What? So
fast
you're
enough.
starting too close. So when you start close, you're just falling out the whole time. Ooh, nice. Nah, doesn't make any difference.
Get out of here.
You just have to
Get out of
confidence.
here.
You can do
This
it.
is why this is
I
my
believe.
weakness and not his weakness. To be
Okay.
fair, he's actually really good at jumping. So
This is my strength basically,
Yeah.
and my weaknesses are basically all Alex's strengths. So
we'll see. We'll put him in the video and show his weaknesses.
we'll go on the
later.
board in a second, and then you can
Don't worry, I will.
laugh
I
at my
will
weaknesses
destroy him on
instead of
something else
Alex's.
later.
Sad.
All right, go faster.
Come on. So good. That was perfect. You just missed.
scary.
Go a bit further left with your left foot so you have space for the right.
So are you staring at the foot like when you match them?
So the order of eyes is watch the foot until you know it's going to go onto the hold, then go for the hand. So on like a 3-stage thing like this, you want to like swing your leg back, eye up the foothold, set the direction of your foot towards the foothold. When you know it's going to get there, not when it's already there.
Okay.
Then look at the next thing.
I'm gonna feel like a superhero when I finally stick
you're
this.
already looking like a savage.
Savagely falling.
You fall off till you don't you? Come on. Come on, out, far, quick. Yes.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm not.
You're not using this foothold. Your hips are like halfway out when you're going over the hold.
I'm also not stepping on that.
So
easy.
I'm going fast inwards.
You are.
So because you're going
Momentum is going
slowly,
into the wall.
I would say you look more like that,
Oh
right?
Oh my God. How did you basically gave up right then.
No, I did. Well, no, I was just moving slowly to illustrate the point.
Slowly looked amazing too. Oh my goodness. Maybe I try to move slowly.
Can't buy that. Come on. Give some. Fast. Yes, that was so good. You just didn't use the right foot then. You just gave up.
That was better.
Now do that with confidence and you'll just do it.
Also, another fun fact to talk about is when you come back from injury. I did just fully tear a ligament in my left ankle and partially tore 3 others a little less than 3 months ago. Surgeon didn't want me to be doing all this stuff for 3 months, but he also doesn't understand climbing. I do think this is lower risk for me. You can get hurt in anything that you're doing. But part of the fear is when you come back from injury, if it's an ACL, if it's a shoulder, if it's a finger, a toe, whatever, we're still gonna have those fears built up. And so if you're already scared of something beforehand, coming back after injury, you're gonna be even more afraid. So we definitely still need to push those boundaries. All right.
Pushing boundaries, straight to the top. Come on. Yes.
Oh, okay, just in, I got it.
You're in.
I think going a little slower makes me be less afraid of the crazy, like, I don't know, potential.
My theory of all of those things is like the faster you move, the less time there is for stuff to slip. So if you were to try and like stand up slowly
I'm like, give me a hold to pull into.
You just want to like...
I want to crush a hold.
Nah, none of that. Come on. Get it, get it, get it.
No.
Yes. Try a bit more leg swing at the beginning.
I need to like...
Oh yeah, easy.
Okay.
Wind that left leg back before you go. Come on.
No! Oh. Wow. I'm running a mile right now. I'm going to do it.
How far is the boulder? It's like 5 meters. So if you do it 200 times, that's a kilometer.
Yeah.
Come on. Do the way you're trying. Come on.
No!
Oh, that was really close.
Have it. This is it.
Come on. I believe.
Oh my God, I did it!
Nice. Whoppa.
Woo! Oh, like 50 tries or more later.
Worth it.
Now, the key is, I always say when you do it once, you have to do it 2 more times.
You gotta repeat it. Try it the other ways too.
No, I don't.
Go on.
Okay, let's see if I can repeat, just repeat
You just can repeat it. If you can do it 3 times in a row, that's pretty unreasonable, especially having tried it 50 times before. Come on. Whoa. Hell yeah. How? That's wild. I always find that a really impressive skill when you can like just do something for the first time and then repeat it immediately. I think that's what really good comp climbers are good at that. I guess outdoor climbers too.
When I used to do competition practice, this is what I would do all the time. Repeat, repeat, repeat my weaknesses. What? Nope. I'm out. I tap out. Let's go to the board.
Off the couch. Playing too many video games.
World Cup. You're in World Cups more recent than I was.
You did a lot better than I did. Okay, right, five different goes, 5 different ways. I think it's 5. Oh, well that's one.
That's one. That counts. Nice.
2. Whoa!
That's terrifying. Case in point. Case in point. Why I don't
I'm
do
all
this
right.
stuff anymore.
Look at me. I'm in one piece.
One piece. You're gonna
See?
feel that tomorrow.
That should be a confidence builder, not. Fuck, that means I have to start again.
I think that should be the thumbnail of the video. Is
Me
you,
upside down halfway.
Face planting into the ground. So here we have a climb called King James. It's on the kilter board at 50 degrees. There's a move on it that, even though it's a power move, and that's probably a strong suit of mine, it still for some reason gets in my head and I'm a little bit afraid. Partly because of the fall, partly, and as I said before, I'm coming back from a left bad ankle sprain, but not just the fall, it's kind of the movement, and then when you fall, you kind of turn and twist. So this is still a move that I'm gonna show you is a fear of mine, even if it's a power move, and it's not like this coordination running across like a wall or something that you don't actually have holds to grab onto. So we're gonna try it, see what happens. I'm gonna try the move first, because projecting, you don't need to start from the beginning every time.
Come on. Come on. Try hard.
Oh my goodness.
That looks
It's
so hard.
so hard. And I think part of it is that I don't commit 100% because something's holding me back, this fear in my head, but getting a little better each time helps me to build that confidence. Come on, Alex.
Oh my god.
Oh, you had 3 fingers over it.
Oh, 3 fingers is plenty. That's all I need. This is basically peak weakness for me. Grab a pinch, jump to a tall and one arm cut.
And everyone's weakness is so different, weaknesses, and it's not just one area we all have. It's we all have what I like to call superpowers, and other areas where
some people have superpowers.
Well, we all have superpowers, but in our own right, and it could be flexibility, it could be in a competition, someone's mental game, it could be footwork, it could be power, all different types of things. And for me, even though yes, this is power, it's still a mental part where I'm crossing over my body and still jumping with an really violent swing.
I think it shows moves have a lot to them as well. It's
yeah, something can be power, but also coordination in a different way. You have to coordinate kind of the way your hips swing out. And even here, I have to get over left a little bit more. So when I go up, I have potentially less of a swing versus if I was further right, I'm gonna have more of a swing.
Come on.
Oh, that was
your bottom hand ripped.
closer. Duh. Okay.
All I want to do is put a toe up here.
I actually feel more of the confidence now. That was closer.
Pa-pa.
Come on.
So I'm going to do it with a different help. I'm going to do it with the jug first.
Like I said, adding different holds.
Oh, it's
make
so really
move
hard.
Slightly easier, but still the same move is a really good tool to kind of progressively get to that original way.
Oh, that was close.
Gosh. I want it.
I know.
So close.
So I used to be really bad at power climbing, and I was weak, but I guess the switch for me was I used to think it was just about how strong you were, and that's just not the case at all.
It's how hard you try too.
No, it's about how hard you try, but it's also a skill, right? How your body swings, how you grab stuff, and the momentum through moves.
And I feel like some people don't know how to tap into that above 80% try hard.
Yeah, the try hard is super important.
Tapping into that 80 to 100%. Right now, I don't think I'm tapping into 100%. I'm hanging around about 80%.
I reckon I'm rocking 70 just because I don't think I can do it. So I'm gonna just
I'm gonna
try hard with the other hand.
Get those negative thoughts out of your head.
Get those negative thoughts out of your head.
That's what I had to do on that red climb. Come on.
Oh, God, yeah. See, I got to 90 then. That's good, at least.
That's better.
I'm just on the jug instead. It's all right. Nobody likes working their weaknesses. Nobody likes it. I'm just sad. Don't even know why I'm here. But I'm learning. I'm training. Getting better.
It's like how I had to take extra holds on the red one.
I was having a great time over there.
And then now he has to take extra holds on this one. It swings and roundabouts.
It's bullshit.
That's why I've always liked when like people are like, oh, being taller is better. Oh, being this is better. I honestly think like it all evens out in the end, really. Like there's times when I'm just like, oh, being shorter helps if it's a tiny small crimp, or you don't have as much weight to pull up the wall, or you don't like have as much momentum driving you out when your feet cut. But then if you're taller, yeah, you can reach things, or jumps may be a little easier, so it all equals itself out.
The cool thing about climbing is it's just hard for everyone all the time. That's like the whole point. That's all we're doing. Like, and if it's not hard, you'll do it, and then you'll go to something that is hard.
All right.
Come on.
If I do this move right now, I can have a steak tonight.
You can have steak. All right.
Big, juicy steak.
No steak for me then. Coffee. I get coffee. I'm not allowed steak. Come on. I'm not buying steak.
I like that.
Come on. Come on. Try hard. Your body swings in a way where it looks like you could just take the ride to the last side.
That would be sick, wouldn't it? I need to like hold this and open here versus like holding it there. I need to like let that arm open a bit.
Smash it.
So now I'm gonna have Robin power spot me through this move, just a little bit. Like how many pounds do you think you're gonna give me? Like 5 or less? Maybe like, let's do like 3 pounds.
3 is not much, but
Okay. I think that's all I need.
Come on.
maybe 5.
Just need yourself a big, strong man.
Okay, maybe 5. You
Come on.
ready?
Yeah. Maybe 3.
Oh, so sick. Opa.
So we have
Whew. What do you think that was? Like how, like realistically, how many pounds?
7, maybe 7.
7-ish. It's nice because you take me, like you let go after I hit the hold, so then I can feel the swing myself.
Let's do it again.
Okay,
A little bit less.
a little bit less this time.
I feel like climbing with somebody who has different strengths to you as well is super important when you're working with
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Because it's
I
like,
think it's
you just
amazing.
learn so much. So for me, when I was like, I would be trying a boulder for an hour and I'd be like, no, it's impossible, I can't do it, can't boulder. And then somebody would come up and walk up
do
it.
it.
It's like, oh, okay.
I think it's really cool
And then you just do it
climbing-
immediately. It's just
Yeah.
that like, it
And I
broadens
think
your
it's really
mind a
cool
little bit.
climbing with you because I feel like we are around the same ability. It's just like, depending on the
Yeah,
climb,
it's totally different.
we'll just like, and then we can feed, when we're like, you're shorter, but you're not, you know?
Yeah, we're
so
about the same
climbing
size.
with someone that's like 6 foot is, okay, can't share the beta. Or sometimes it's like, not that it's not motivating,
Yeah.
but it kind of is like, oh, well, that's just like so different.
It's the doubt of like, oh, you're 6 foot, like that's a really cool way of doing it and you climb it really nicely.
Exactly.
But you're 6 foot, maybe that doesn't
Yeah.
work for me. So it's really hard to try that method with like 100% confidence.
Yeah.
Because you don't know.
Well,
what
I
it is.
mean, your, display of all the different ways on that red one was like,
But then I see you on
crazy.
that, it's like, okay, it's just fine. Like if somebody who was 6 foot did that, my brain could just be like, oh, like
Give
they're really,
myself
they're really
excuses.
tall. It doesn't matter. I'm never gonna be able to do
Yeah.
that. Whereas seeing you on it, it's like, okay, maybe you'll teach
this
me
is
to
why
climb.
he's like one of my favorite climbing partners outside. I'm glad he moved to America.
Move to America.
Yeah.
Wild. Maybe you'll teach me to
Thanks.
climb hard.
Whatever.
Power boulders.
We'll
see.
just do all the fun stuff outside. You'll do the compression. I'll do like the crimpy ones. We'll like trade.
We'll
and
trade
then
off. No, we're both gonna. We'll both do them all eventually.
I like it. I like
Work
it.
your weaknesses, kids.
Work our
Don't want to
weaknesses.
get. You don't want to have really strong fingers and then be noodly everywhere else. It's just sad.
It's true. I don't
Sad.
think I could ever be noodly if I. Even if I stopped climbing.
I'm moving in the direction of noodly.
I wanted to give a big thank you to the Spot Denver for letting us film here today, and our good friend Alex Waterhouse for joining us and showing me how to get over my fears on some tricky, dynamic coordination moves. And if you liked this video and found it helpful, click like and subscribe for more content.